Good evening. Welcome back to the evening edition of From Day One. We pick up the Argentinian DUI in progress.
Safe. I'm like 2 minutes from my house.
Oh, that's interesting. And usually there's two drinks, there's 2 blocks away from their home, or 2 minutes. Well, what's with the number 2? My question is, if you are indeed drunk driving, what about all the other minutes before the 2 minutes to your home? Those just don't count anymore? Because that's the reason why you're pulled over. I just can't with this logic, because there is no logic. Stop doing it dumb.
Okay, well, there's a couple major intersections between here and your house, and a lot can happen.
What do you think I am? What do you think I'm up like this?
It's not up to me to think.
Well...
Very poor choice of words.
Okay? It's up to me to make determinations based on factual evidence, okay?
And what is your evidence against me?
Well, that's the thing, is that I'm trying to discuss this with you with these exercises. Are you going to keep talking over me? You know what? That's the problem. That's where this translation is the issue, is that you don't listen, you just talk.
That's the best bzz ever.
100%. That is the issue. You haven't listened since you got pulled over. You just talk over me, and that's why now I gotta have a translator come out here so that you can try to understand it a little bit better, because you're not listening to me. So hopefully you'll listen to him.
And I wish you the very best of luck with that, officer. I swear, if I hear the word silencio... And what is with the idiotic stare down? What are you trying to do here? It looks stupid. Stop it.
So what can you give me in advance? What is going to happen?
Are you going to listen, or are you going to talk?
I'm going to listen.
Okay. So I want to do roadside exercises with you to make sure that you're not under the influence. If you are not under the influence...
She's raising her hand. She's raising her hand! This passive aggressiveness. It just won't stand, flip-flop lady.
You go home.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead and ask the question.
So what is the exercise?
There's 3 exercises. One of them, I'm going to check out your eyes. The other one, you're going to walk the line. And the last one, you're going to balance on 1 foot.
And then we're gonna grab their big turtle king by the tail, spin him around, throw him into a bomb, and say wahoo!
And if you can do those things...
Whoa.
Oh, it's not whoa-ho, it's wahoo!
What was the last one?
Oh, I could explain it to you again, but let me show you.
I couldn't understand. Bounce on my feet.
Balance. Again with the interruptions. Balance on 1 foot.
When I want to have a question, what are they?
Right, they're all going to be explained to you. Well, you didn't raise your hand on that last one. You kind of just interrupted me like you've been doing. Okay, so the first one, again, I'm going to check out your eyes. The next one, I'm going to ask you to walk a line, and I will give you instructions on how to do this. The last one, you will balance, stand on 1 foot, just like this. That's what you will do. That's what the exercise will consist of.
Right.
Hold on, don't
Which
do
one?
it. That's what the balanced one will. But I have to provide you with the instructions. So are you willing to do the exercises? If you're not willing to do them, I have to explain something else to you, again called your Taylor warnings. Failure to do these exercises, you're not going to dispel my concern that you're driving under the influence. Next, you'll force me, are you listening, or are you just looking around?
No, it's just
You're not listening.
I'm very frustrated. I'm sorry.
I'm frustrated too.
I'm distracted. I'm very frustrated. This is...
Right, so am I, because you're not listening. I'm trying to explain some very serious stuff to you.
I'm frustrated because...
And while that is going on, armchair lawyers in the rest of the world are laughing their ass off. Oh dear.
You're frustrated with what?
Because the situation, this is unusual. I never got this situation before.
Right.
Like
This is a new thing. This is a new thing for a lot of people.
You should be empathy with this situation. This
Right.
is crazy.
This is a new thing for a lot of people, and they don't act like children like you're acting.
I'm not a children.
You're acting like a child. I'm telling you that right now, with a straight face, and I mean it 100%. You're acting like a child right now.
When you're gonna punish me for that?
Well, maybe you need to, pout your lips a little bit more when you say that. You weirdo! Why do these people keep reminding me that I have to remind them? I run a family fucking friendly show here. You calm the fuck down, flip-flop lady.
No, it's not up to me to punish anybody. That's not my job. That's not my place here.
Well,
My
of
job is to
course you're
hold
gonna
people
give me a hard
accountable.
time right now. I'm gonna have a
So do you want to go ahead and
Sure.
try the exercises?
no,
We'll wait for
I
the
don't wanna
translator.
try.
We'll wait for the translator, just so that later on we can't say that you didn't understand a certain thing. It is unbelievable.
Do you mind if I walk into my phone?
I mind. As this officer said, you are detained right now. You're not free to go. You're not free to move about this area. Detained.
That means you stay right there, you don't move.
Arrested or something?
No,
Yeah, screw you, lady. You can't pretend you don't understand that. Detained is detenido, or I'm guessing in your case, detenida. So pretending there's some kind of confusion because of a language barrier, that is dick flutery. Look that up. You disingenuous twat waffle. I'd want to look that one up as well.
it's two different things between being arrested and detained. Let her know she was stopped for doing 69 in a 50. She was drifting in her lane and she passed the car in close proximity.
Nani? Hanzai drifto?
¿Cómo está, señor? Yo soy el oficial que está aquí en el departamento de policía de Júpiter. El oficial acá la paró porque estaba haciendo 69 millas por hora en una zona de 50 millas por hora, ¿verdad? Speeding. Y segundo, porque pasó un carro muy cerca.
Porque pasó un carro muy cerca.
Por esa razón fue que la paró.
So she's coming from 1000 North. She denies consuming any alcohol, narcotics, cannabis, anything like that. But I see that she's got the red glassy eyes, slur in her speech. Her driving pattern is also a concern of mine, and her behavior. Her mood swings are a concern of mine, so I want to do roadside sobriety exercises with her. She does, but she said she needed a translator.
Yeah.
You understand English? ¿Me entiendes inglés?
Yeah, you know what? I understand English, but when he says something about like a specific word, like type or doing something, I don't remember about the specific. I asked him, and he couldn't say it, so
Okay,
he said
how
he
about-
needed a translator, which is fine. It's fine. So
How
at
about this?
least,
You can listen
yeah,
to
I
him. And
understand
any
English,
questions?
like,
And any questions, I'll clarify for you. How
Yeah,
about that?
my English back is not
Okay.
perfect, but I understand.
So you heard
English.
all of my
Yeah.
concerns to
And I
him
saw-
about
and I saw you accusing
and you're
me
still
of
interrupting
being
me like we were before. Okay, are we done with that? Okay. So you heard all of my interaction with this officer. You understood it all.
Well, it seems your language barrier is no longer a problem. So, what exactly are you gonna pull out of your ass now, It's clearly a stalling tactic and wasting police time, just to be difficult. Which I'm sure she has a lot of practice at.
So I want to do roadside sobriety exercises with you to make sure that you're not under the influence. Do you
I
understand all that?
I understand all that, and you know what? I refuse already.
You
because-
refuse?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me advise
You
you of your
wanna know
Taylor
why?
warnings. I don't want to know why. I'm going to advise you of your Taylor warnings,
What is
okay?
What is Taylor?
Well, if you stop talking and let me explain them, you'll understand, okay?
Okay.
And if you don't understand anything at all, let this officer know because he knows Taylor warnings as well. If you don't do these exercises, you're not going to dispel my concern that you're driving under the influence. Do you understand what that means?
No,
If you don't do these exercises, I'm not just going to say, all right, she didn't do them, and I'm just going to walk away.
I understand.
Okay?
Yeah.
Next, you will force me to make an arrest based on the totality of the circumstances as I know them to this point. Do you know what that means?
No.
It means that if you don't do these exercises, you will be placed under arrest regarding everything that I know up to this point. Your driving pattern, everything I'm seeing, your attitude, and so on.
So what can you?
So, él va a hacer un ejercicio, si tú te rehusas a hacer los ejercicios que le está pidiendo que tú hagas.
Es que me da desconfianza. Tipo, o sea,
Porque te da desconfianza.
me da desconfianza porque es malo. Está tratando de poner cosas que no son. Desde un beginning.
She's saying that she doesn't trust you because you're a bad cop and you're making
The beginning.
things up from the
The
beginning.
beginning, like you're just.
Okay.
So you're questioning the integrity of the officer. Well, if the integrity of the officer was actually a problem here, he would have pulled you out of the car, thrown you on the floor, arrested you on the spot, and, made up a story. Instead, he accommodated you so much, there's actually a bloody translator on the scene right now, with you actually understanding English. So that was a waste of time. You know whose integrity is on trial here? Yours. In case it wasn't obvious.
But my integrity is not in question
I'm so
here. Your
sorry,
sobriety
it's
is
not
in question. I'm not sorry for that.
Yeah, but I'm sorry that you just know about my sobriety. Like you just don't like me, and I think like I don't
No,
know.
I
why
just don't
you
like impaired drivers.
Exactly, officer. And as a matter of fact, the officers here are showing you respect. You're just trying to wiggle and weasel your way out of this. Of course, the dance of sobriety is a combination with everything else. You driving, swerving on the road, drifting on the road. I just call it wobbly driving, alongside your bloodshot eyes and your behavior and slur speech. Ah, that was too ironic. Damn it. I mean, I wouldn't give you the respect these officers would give you. I would actually set up my booth to have people slap you upside the head for a small contribution, from which all the proceeds would go to the people who lost loved ones from drunk drivers, doing their particular brand of dumb on the road. To be honest, that's the kind of really needs to be a thing. Step right up to Radical Slapping Booth and have at it.
I don't care about you as an individual.
I was 65. I wasn't
No, you weren't 65.
at
You were 69.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't
Okay.
60 at
Well, that's a
all.
matter for the courts. Okay. Do you understand everything that this officer explained to you about if you don't do these exercises, you're gonna force me to make an
He
arrest?
was about in the process.
Por no hacer los ejercicios que él te está pidiendo que haga en este momento, él va a tener que tomar una decisión basada en todo lo que ha observado de ti hasta este momento.
No entiendo.
¿Ok?
Porque obvio sí que
Sí,
no
un
le caí
defense.
en un principio.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it will be used against you in a court of law.
Y eso será saben, en contra tuya en una corte de ley.
Yo lo entiendo, pero
Sí, sí,
yeah.
sí.
So you understand all that.
Yes.
Are you willing to do roadside exercises?
Not with you.
All right.
No,
Place
no,
you under
no.
arrest.
Okay.
Oh no, what happened? You got yourself a translator explaining to you that you're gonna get arrested if you don't do the dance of sobriety, yet still chose to get arrested. That's weird. Now say it with me, everyone, in the chat, in the comments, and around the world. Ya weirdo.
You didn't say they're gonna arrest me.
Alright, let me rephrase that. Ya weirdo! Which part of you're gonna be placed under arrest if you refuse? I'm not even gonna end that sentence, because that is not even worthy of a reply. You stupid dick flute.
Yeah, yes, I certainly did.
Oh, really?
That was the whole thing that we explained about. It will force me to make an arrest.
Ya. Sí, ahí va a ser una decisión, va a tomar una decisión basada en lo que hace hasta este punto. Eso fue lo que te expliqué. Eso fue lo que te explicó.
¿Y ahora
Eso
qué
fue lo que te
pasa?
explicó. Influencia del alcohol. ¿Ok?
Pero, ¿y qué pasa con mi auto? ¿Lo puedo cerrar y todo?
Se lo va a llevar la grúa y lo va a cerrar.
¿Lo puedo cerrar yo ahora?
No,
¿Con
tú
mi
no.
celular?
Ellos lo van a cerrar.
¿Pero cómo lo van a cerrar? ¿Puedo llevar mi celular, mis cosas?
Hey, she's asking for her cell phone, wallet, whatever.
Yeah, we'll get that. Come over here.
Vamos por acá, señora, por favor.
You're normal, right?
Yes. Can I ask some questions before
Cell
I
phone.
get my cell phone and everything?
Yeah, you can ask him over here. We gotta search you though before you get in the car. Come on.
No.
Yeah. All right. Okay, you have anything illegal on you?
No.
Anything that's gonna poke me or stick me? Anything that's gonna poke me or stick me? Great. You open your mouth for me? Open your mouth. Nice and wide. Lift your tongue up. You got gum in your mouth? You chewing gum in the back? Yep. You spit it out. Thank you. Open up again for me, nice and wide. Lift your tongue up one more time. Okay.
Imagine being an adult, doing some boozing while cruising, and then turn that into crying while refusing. It's amazing how adults being held accountable for their actions somehow can't seem to cope with the actions they are held accountable for. Now something isn't added up. And this is an ongoing event throughout the entire world. Don't worry, Americans, we also have these kinds of people. Adults not adulting. I mean, what happened the last 3 decades? They say de-evolving is not a thing. Well...
But can I ask a question? So I'm going to go to jail, so tonight, all night?
8 hours, and then you'll be released. Okay?
And just for the record, that's an impairing substance right there. That's an impairing substance right there. You understand that, right?
Excuse me?
That's an impairing substance right there.
Yes.
The medical device and everything.
Turn around, face first. Is that the only one?
Can I get my, not my cell phone? No,
Yeah, your cell phone's gonna go with you.
You won't be able to have it at the jail, but it's going to
No.
go down with you
Yeah.
so you can call when you get out.
Yeah, but don't you see, officer? She needs to check her notifications and all that phone junkie.
And we'll set it off.
So my car, what happened with my car?
Getting towed.
To where?
Cops towing. You'll have all that information once you get
Not my
released.
purse, right?
We'll see. Go ahead, have a seat.
Phone you on, or do you have more than one?
No, one.
One? I'm gonna shut it off so you have battery.
No, can I talk? No.
No, you get a phone call when you get down there. Maybe.
3 little letters, DUI. Obstructing an officer and possession of marijuana. The naughty plan. Why do people smoke in their car? Why do people do drugs in their car? Why do people drink in their car? Why do people? I think that's the entire point. Why do people? And on that eureka moment,